that, we will turn it over to questions for Tyia Singleton and Madison Scott from Ole Miss.
David Eckert, the Clarion Ledger. For both of y'all, when you kind of visualize what needs to happen tomorrow to get a good outcome, what pops into your head?
Just being who we are, dictate and disrupt, playing our defense, being extremely focused. I think that's very important for us because it got us this far. So definitely dictate and disrupt. Yeah, what she said. Just I think being connected for 40 minutes, playing the way Ole Miss women's basketball plays. I think if we're able to do that, we'll be successful.
And I guess again for both of you, just how's the team feel right now? The last obviously got a little bit of a rest. What's
We're excited.
It look like?
Yeah, we're excited. We're
Very
ready to compete
excited.
together. Excited to be here. Grateful for the opportunity. So we're ready to seize it and just give it everything that we have.
Kurt Rallo with the Associated Press. Madison, the SEC season, you probably know each other so well, your opponents. Can you talk about the challenge of having to be quick learners in the NCAA tournament and what it takes to accomplish that?
It's definitely a challenge, because you're facing a new opponent that you're not, as familiar with as you are with the opponents in conference. But I think the biggest thing that we've been being intentional about, my team particularly, is just being coachable. Our coaches give us a great game plan. We're watching film, we're asking questions, and our focus is at an all-time high, because we want to win. We're not ready to go home, So I think just being coachable, that's been our biggest thing as players, and just accepting everything that comes our way and being able to react quickly and trust the process, trust the game plan, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, for both of you, I'm just curious. I mean, obviously there's a very distinct identity. You mentioned it there, dictate and disrupt. How do you feel like that plays in March? Do you feel like that works this time of year?
I feel like it works all times of the year. I feel like that's our identity. That's who we are. So it doesn't matter if it's March. It doesn't matter where we are. We take it with us. We packed our defense with us, and we're ready to display that because we know that that's going to help us, play and win. And it just is who we are. When that's who you are, if you're not staying true to who you are, then, the result isn't always, going to be great. So we want the result to be great. We want to win. We want to continue to play at a high level. So we packed our defense with us. We're ready to go, and we're ready to give it everything that we have.
Hey, Tamika Catchings, ESPN. So question is, you guys were here last year as far as making it to the tournament. What did you learn from last year that I'm sure Coach had talked about in your preparation for this year?
We learned what it takes to continue to play. We got a taste of that with making it to the Sweet 16 last year. There was many moments last year where there was highs and lows, but it was staying steady through the highs and lows. I think that was the biggest takeaway from last year. Like you mentioned, sir, we're playing against different competition, teams that we aren't necessarily familiar with. But so throughout the game, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be things that happens that we have to make adjustments and be ready. And I think it's just staying steady, through the highs and through the lows, staying steady and just being ready to do whatever it takes to win, So that was the biggest thing from last year. And then we learned how important also it is to just stay connected, throughout all of that. Because we can't, it's not 1 against 5. It's 5 against 5. Of course, we need the 15. We need everybody on our team to do their job and be ready to go. So I think just staying connected for 40 minutes, staying true to who we are, and just trusting in God, trusting in our coaches, good things will happen.
And one more question. For you in particular, like just watching you over the last couple of years has been amazing. what do you feel like you really worked on from last season to this season to put you guys in this position?
Wow. I think it is the biggest adjustment. The thing that I worked on the most was how I present myself to my team, if that makes sense. Being more of a leader, leading with my actions, showing, the way that we do things at Ole Miss. I've taken a lot of pride in doing that, and sometimes I fall short. But I want my teammates to know that, I've been here. I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, but I've been here, and that I'm ready to attack everything with them. I want to be a leader for my teammates, So that's been the biggest thing, just trusting myself to do that, and then having great teammates that trust me make it 10 times better. So, yes, ma'am.
Sam Gorey, ESPN. You're part of March Madness, so I'm just curious as to how many other games you guys watch, even though you're locked in on what you do, and if you sort of get fired up even more just watching everybody else play when you're not out on the floor.
I feel like it's March, so, great basketball. It's time for great basketball. I just feel like as long as we just stay focused on our opponent and not worry about what's next after like that, we just stay focused on that one particular game instead of what's ahead after that, just one game at a time. But, of course, we watch other teams because it's March. Who don't want to watch basketball? It's great basketball time, but definitely staying focused on who we have in front of us at that time.
Madison, back to, Kurt Rollo, AP. Back to leading with a purpose. Was there a defining moment or turning point this season where you kind of had to help the team weather the storm, and how were you able to do that and get yourselves here?
Well, there were many moments, I think, but one that stands out in my head, I'll never forget it, is we lost 2 in a row this year. We lost to South Carolina, and then we turned around and lost to Texas A&M. That was a big moment because here we are in the thick of our season where teams are giving it all that they have. We're playing in one of the best conferences in the world, the SEC, and teams are trying to finish out strong. They're trying to, the placement, everything was so close. So dropping 2 games like that, it put us in a really bad position. So there we had to make a decision whether we were going to continue to lose, continue to be so far into ourselves that we didn't do what the team needed, each and every one of us to do to win, or were we going to rise to the occasion? Were we going to be the best teammates we could be? Were we going to give it up every day in practice so that way the result in the game will result in W's? We really had to make a decision. And in that moment, I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision to really be intentional about my talk, about how I practiced. Just about being a great teammate, just about letting my teammates know we've been in this position. Last year we lost 2 in a row as well, but letting them know that we can weather the storm as long as we do it together. So that was a big place in the season, and I'm glad that we were able to overcome it, because maybe we wouldn't be here, so God is good.
We're going to turn it over to a Zoom question here. So we're going to have Gabriella Lewis step up to the mic here on Zoom.
Hi, Gabriella Lewis, the next. Both of y'all are veteran leaders, and after the LSU game, Coach Yo talked about, kind of the inexperience, with the ball and at the point guard position. How are y'all focusing on taking care of the ball at this game and then also guiding younger players like Tyia?
Well, first, we know it's a team effort. We know that we don't have, our point guard, Kirsten, due to injury. We've had all season long to kind of figure out ways to adjust, and we found it that it takes collective effort. Yes, we have a great point guard in Tyia, and we have a great point guard in Toddy Kennedy. And we have people that are very capable of doing that, but that one person doesn't have the pressure. You get what I'm saying? We've made it clear that we are all collectively willing to help, bring the ball up the floor. We're very versatile. We have plays where anybody can really start the play, in order to execute it at a high level. So just everybody knowing that, we're collectively going to do whatever it takes to win the game. It's not on one person. It's not one person's responsibility to, bring the ball up the entire game. We're all going to chip in and help in any way that we can. And as far as Tyia, Tyia's amazing. Young Thundercat, the future is bright. And even now, you know, she's going to be in a big position, a position that she's never been in before. So it's our job as her teammates to have her back, to guide her, and to let her know everything's going to be okay. You know, we trust her, and I'm excited to see her blossom and flourish in this opportunity.
So, Maddie, Sam Gore, the ESPN again. When I close my eyes, I can't tell if it's you or Coach Yo answering these questions. So obviously, she's had a tremendous impact on you.
Yes.
To the point where you even answer questions like another coach. So is coaching something you're planning on getting into? It's a two-part question. And can you kind of put into words what playing for Coach Yo has meant to you?
Definitely coaching is something that's in the back of my head, something that I'm very interested in. And Coach O has meant a lot to me. You know, this is year 4 with her, you know, and I already announced I'm coming back. It'll be year 5, you know, in the future. Coach O just keeps me on my toes. She pushes me past my limits. You know, she really has helped me grow, you know, and it hasn't been easy for her. You know, I know it's been a lot of difficult moments, but, you know, she never leaves my side. You know, she's always there. And it's bigger than basketball. You know, she wants me to be great in the basketball court, but also great in life. So she's teaching me life skills, you know, that's going to help me be successful, you know. And I'm a representation of my coach. We all are a representation of our head coach, which is why I come up here and I speak so well and stuff like that, you know. She's taught me a lot. And I'm taking notes because one day I want to be a coach as well. So there's nothing that she does where I'm not thinking about it like, why did she do that, you know. But it's all because I'm just eager to learn. I'm hungry. And I'm just excited for all the opportunities that come, you know, my way.
Great mentor.
We'll go to another Zoom question here from Gabrielle Lewis.
Hi again, but this is for both of you. You know, the SEC really has this defensive spirit, and I think you guys exhibit that maybe better than anyone. What makes defense so central to the SEC culture, and what's distinctive about that SEC defensive style?
I feel like the SEC is just very physical. We're very tough. And I feel like our defense is very physical, very tough. The difference from our defense is just you know, you're gonna do what we tell you to do, not what the other way around. So just dictate and we disrupt. And I just feel like the SEC is just more physical than a lot of conferences. I come from the Big Ten where it wasn't as physical. Coming to the SEC, it was different. It was like a culture shock for me. I was like, oh, Lord, what is this? But it helped me in so many ways, and it helped me with Coach Yo because I was just like, Coach, I don't know this type of defense. This is different for me. But heavy on just physical and tough.
Yeah, we have time for one more question here.
Madison, you mentioned coaching. If the opportunity were there, would Ole Miss be a dream job, or would it be challenging to coach? Do you think it'd be challenging to coach at your alma mater?
That's big shoes to fill, you know, with Coach O doing what she's doing now, and she's just beginning. You know, there's so much, you know, success and blessings coming her way. So, but definitely the opportunity presented itself. I would love to do that. You know, Oxford, Ole Miss, they showed me so much love. They've helped, you know, mold me into the woman I am today. You know, and I'm still growing, I'm still improving, but I wouldn't be where I am without Coach O, University of Mississippi, my teammates, all the relationships, everything that's come out of coming to the University of Mississippi. It will always be near and dear to my heart. You know, so definitely to answer your question, yes.
All right. Thank you, Madison, Tyia. Appreciate it.
Thank you.